They tried to have some moderately relevant things to say.
Taking me into the berserker's hometown.
You have a problem with that?
I thought we'd go somewhere more romantic, like Zakor. But no, don't worry. I can deal with these tree-hugging motherfuckers.
They don't even have the most direct problem with you if you just don't do any crimes here. You're not the faction that does all the technology. I realize that I'm talking about upgrading this weapon, and I just sold off of like all the items that probably would help me upgrade the weapon. I really thought that through, didn't I? What does it require? Can I improve it? Wait, maybe I can't improve it. In which case, I guess there we go, huh? Bonus damage, penalty to resistances, companion damage. Doesn't do... Can I infuse it? What about Warbow? Yeah, you need 25 bones. That takes your damage from... It's currently 60, it would take it to 79. Why would I want you? Just because you'll give me those 2 skills I already have? Yeah, I think the idea is that this is a good starting weapon, but this can actually be upgraded. Presumably like twice, right? Because that means I could turn you into... What does unscrew do? It just turns it into money? Ew, garbage. I might want to go track down some bone, which I might immediately have to just repurchase from where I just sold it. 71 bones, not that many. 25. There we go. Right back at camp at the character I've been selling my stuff to lately, so I should have everything I need, hopefully. Reminds me that I probably should not have just done that at the other place. Alright, weapons. Ranged weapons. So you just can't upgrade it, huh? Alright. I think the only reason to use that then is to have +1 to scatter shot and secret shot. I don't know if that's a good enough reason. Shit. Oh, 64 dex. Next one's gonna be 71. That's another thing to worry about then. How am I doing on potions? I have like a couple natural ELEX at the moment. I can only get up to 66. I mean, going up all the way to rank 3 would be nice, because then I'm just done. Right now it's +1. $71. Damn it. It's gonna be expensive, right? Yeah, we're at 5 each. Blah. 72 decks! I got the exact amount. I didn't even plan it. I just kind of went for it a bit and landed on the exact number. Neat. Oh, I needed 71. Well, I have it, so, 78 for rank 3, huh? How much the upgrade itself costs? Like 4 grand. Ooh, I don't know if I can make it. 6 points would be 30. No. I can't, can I? 6 points would be 30 skill points. Which would be a lot of money. And then if I spend all that, I probably can't afford... I could sell off the Phantom String and maybe a bunch of these shooting guns I won't use anymore because I'm specializing in... Because I'm actually upgrading something that makes them all kind of irrelevant. Or at least I can sell off the weaker ones. I might be able to make this work. That's 60... That should be the right amount. I have 60 naturally ELEX, 30 liquor,
twists the body and tears the soul. Knowledge and technology are gifts that
Which is
offer
15.
we can build our future
And
with our
15
own
of those
hands. This is
turns
me.
into 30 points.
Speaking the truth. Bringing a warning to all free people out there. Stay safe in the wilderness.
78 dex. Now I could use it if I upgrade it. Do I have what I need for it? 78 dex. I've got the strength by a mile. What's used to upgrade it? Just mana and sulfur? 35 of it, but still, damn. Boom. Warbow 3. Cannot be improved again. Does it have sockets? I don't think it does. But it's a 120 damage ranged weapon. Which is compared to what? 78 damage on my +3 fire sword. Admittedly, it has 30% bonus damage. It's also a rapid fire melee thing, but yeah, Warbow could be real dangerous now. This will be interesting. No element, but still dangerous. Should go buy Warbow skills then. I also need to re-equip it. Warbow. What used to be equipped elsewhere? Oh, my flamethrower. I sold my flamethrower because there's a better one that I can use now, the furnace. Yeah, all the skill ups I've been doing have given me access to new, better things. So my new flamethrower does twice as much damage as my old one did. Just hadn't realized I could use it. There's also other weapons in here, like the executor and other stuff going on. But it just feels like I should use. It just felt like I should maybe use a weapon built for my setup. I can use some of these bow skills. Could be interesting. So I can't upgrade it with like an element, can I? Salvage, modify. No modify option. It is definitely a berserker weapon though, so it just can't be enhanced in that way. Okay, it looks flamey. Why does it look flamey? Is it secretly flamey and I didn't realize? Ranged weapons. I don't know why it looks flamey. Is my other weapon somehow giving it flame powers, or do I have a berserker power I don't even remember having? Anyway, I'm down to 1,000, so we cut it a little close. But I could go get more... Not survival, combat. I can afford one more upgrade of ranged, I believe. Where's Hat Guy? He walks around camp, doesn't he? So he could be like all over the place. But I think I'm trying to remember that Hat Guy is combat upgrade guy. He's not up here this time. Are you down here again? Oh, he's nowhere to be found, huh? Gonna make me fight for this one? Survival. He's like... It's over by Crony? He's the one dude that's hardest to find, and it's the one I keep constantly want to go back to. Is he like... He moves around... Oh, he's hiding by the freaking ramp.
Teach me.
He moves around so much. Yeah, ranged weapons. It's gonna cost me 1,000. Whew. Next milestone for 3 out of 3 is gonna be 85 dex, which, I mean, I just got there with melee, but apparently I've got so much money now I can reasonably just catch up there with my ranged weapons. We'll see. This could give me some interesting versatility, because melee is super powerful, especially with the fire bonus, but having to wait for guys to land is a pain in the ass with those flying enemies. And it gives me the chance to ambush certain enemies. Could be interesting. I think you have to manually aim all the time, which is kind of a bummer. I wouldn't mind having a few options, like in Dark Souls and a few other games where you can kind of like lock onto your enemy and circle strafe and shoot. And if you're locked on, they'll shoot the dude. Because the transition from third-person action adventure game to first-person shooter mode is jarring at times.
Fucking countryside.
That could easily be just me. So did I give her the cure and we're just gonna stop there? Like she's not gonna use it? And it's just gonna pause for a while? Alright. Nasty has received the remedy for Great Death. I'm almost certain she will take it too. I just have to give her a little time. Yeah. Alright, back to the main mission then. There's a bunch going on here. The joys of fatherhood. I've learned that my father, Wardek, an Alb commander, has joined the separatists. This is highly unexpected. I have to see him. He owes me some answers, and he might know where I can find Kallax. Yo, dude, I just want to go murder my brother. You can give me a little help there. Point me in the right direction. I should also talk to the leader around here and update him on the many things that have happened since I've been here, because I haven't been here for a while. Are you gonna behave yourself? I just remembered that you want to murder all the Alps, and I'm taking you to Albland. But it's like they're the separatists. They're the ones that are on our side. You understand that, right? She's the foul-mouthed character that's usually a little smarter than she lets on, and not actually completely unreasonable, despite the act, right?
Right.
Despite being Chloe from Life is Strange.
I've discovered Zardom's secret. He has control of a mutant force.
I knew he must have a plan. The question is, what he intends to do with them. Whatever he says about his motives, I find it hard to believe that he has turned his back on his past. I think we will need to watch Zardom carefully.
The Pilgrim Thorold is key to the fight against the hybrid.
Then there is another who will fight to take control of Zakor.
I don't think Thorold has any interest in taking the throne in the Ice Palace. He's seeking to defend Edan.
The Berserkers have their own plans for Magalan. Their goals will always be a threat to ours. Never forget that all the free people have their own agendas.
As do you.
Yes, but mine is clear. As are the results of my actions. You cannot say the same of others. Offer people power, and they will take it. That includes the Pilgrim.
When did you last see my brother?
A few days ago, maybe? Kallax was ordered back to the Ice Palace. The forces of Zakor are preparing for something. We should expect an attack soon.
Which one of you convinced Wardek to join your cause?
No one did. Your father chose to join us himself. I hope that you too can see the strength of our cause. But perhaps your father can convince you. He has been waiting to speak to you since you arrived in Abessa.
Father.
Jax, so it's true. You are alive. I hadn't dared to hope.
So, you left Zakor? Have you stopped taking ELEX too?
I am trying, but it's difficult. You must have experienced the problems of ELEX withdrawal yourself.
I was unconscious during the worst of it. My body was already drained of ELEX when I awoke.
There is more to the changes than just the physical. It is how your mind copes with the rejection of all that you have known, all that you have been in life. Tell me, what do you make of the world you have discovered since leaving Zakor?
That the free people are capable of resisting the Alps. We are told we are superior, but the Alps have failed to crush them, or their spirit.
That will change soon. The first Alexeter, Tarek, is assembling his troops before the gates of the Ice Palace. He will make his move, and he will succeed in conquering the lands of the free people. We have to stop him, or our people will perish.
What are you doing here with the separatists?
I had no other choice. I tried to stop Tarek and Zakor, But he realized my plans. He would have killed me if I had stayed. I hope that I can still make a difference from here. I can help to bring a halt to Tarek's plans. His blind obedience of the hybrid endangers all our people.
What is it he's doing that threatens the Alps? Why is Tarek such a danger?
Tarek is a puppet. He has given his will to the hybrid. The hybrid and his new directive dominate our people. And soon, Tarek will dedicate all our people, the whole of the fighting strength of Zakor, to an invasion of the lands of the free people. All this death for one purpose. Greater power to the hybrid. I say we need to find another way. One that does not lead to our ruin.
You served the directive to obtain all ELEX for the hybrid. What changed your mind?
What happened to our search for knowledge? What happened about our evolution? What about researching the nature of ELEX? All those were key to the Alp people, and all have been dominated by the hybrid's demand for ELEX. A lot has changed at the Ice Palace since the coming of the hybrid, and the pace of that change is only accelerating. The hybrid tells us nothing of this future he sees. He is obsessed with his own evolution, and that is only attainable through the consumption of ever greater quantities of ELEX. No Alp, no free person will be allowed to stand in his way. I still believe in serving the Albs of Zakor, but to achieve that, I now know that the hybrid must be removed from the Ice Palace.
If the hybrid's evolution is not yet complete, shouldn't we ensure he reaches his final form?
With all the sacrifices we've made, with all the blood he once spilled, has he told us what he will achieve if he attains that? How do we know what he will become? No, my loyalty ended on the day of your execution. I will not sacrifice my son for the ideals of that machine.
Then we should ask the hybrid what he will become. We should know what we are choosing between.
Do you think the hybrid will talk to us? To him, we have no more free will than the mutants he commands. You know the price that an owl pays to reach the highest ranks in Zakor.
You summoned me, Master?
Kallax, you have proven yourself loyal to the directive. You are efficient. You obey your orders. Those are the marks of a true Alb. I have watched you and your brother, and the honor you have brought to your father. You will all have a part to play in the events that are to come. Are you ready to play that part, Kallax? Will you join those chosen to evolve?
The hybrid's will is above all. I will serve the hybrid.
And so it shall be. Open your mind to me, Kallax. Know my thoughts and serve the directive.
You and your brother were the strongest warriors at the Ice Palace's command. Strong, intelligent, iron-willed. No one could equal you. And now look at you. Today, you are an outcast.
I don't think I was fully prepared for the hybrid to turn out to be a doofy Michael Bay transformer that's only like twice as tall as a human, and like I was expecting like some sort of weird machine, and like I mean, I guess he's perfectly set up to be like a boss fight is why he's like a humanoid robot that has like claws and shit. I thought he was going to be like a giant computer or like a weird face or who knows what Zordon. But no, he's clearly a future boss fight. And I'm really bothered by the fact that they have like the Roomba outside in the snow. I'm like, what's it gonna pick up? More snow, which is continually falling right now. I don't think they put much thought into that one. I did pick the wrong dialogue choice earlier, kind of, when Jack said surely we should help him reach his final form. I meant surely we should stop him, but I didn't even consider that he might be saying that, so I misread it. Because I'm like, why would he say that? That's a weird option to have.
I suspect that my failure in execution was planned by someone at the Ice Palace.
I share those suspicions, but I have yet to find any proof.
My raider being shot down, the Alps being nearby to carry out my execution. The chances of those things happening without being planned.
But the questions are why and who. The only cause I can think of is your free will. All other Alps took the hybrid's favor as an honor. You questioned it. But who ordered your death? Who coordinated it? That, I don't know.
What about Zardom? I know he was behind the attack on my raider.
Now that he has left the Ice Palace, he would have no reason to do that. Zardom was always set on becoming first Alexitor. If he thought you were an impediment to that, he would have no hesitation in having you killed. But now he's here, out of Zakor, who knows what his plans are?
I know Zardom wanted my raider shot down. Zardom knew I was flying to Adan, and he knew the purpose of my mission.
Well, if that is true, I don't know how he knew that information. No. Zardom was already in exile when you received your orders from the hybrid.
Then someone at the Ice Palace must have got that information to him.
If Zardom is behind this, then he had help. But why would another owl communicate with an exile?
What about my brother, Kallax?
I don't believe that. I am sure if your brother is involved, it is only as an instrument. He must be being used by other people. He would only have carried out the execution if he had orders to do so.
What about the hybrid?
The hybrid needed you and your skills to achieve his aims. While your free will may have made you stand out, your will is nothing to the hybrids. You were under his control and offered no threat. Besides, if he wanted you dead, he could have had you shot without the need for this intricate plan.
What about the first Alexitor, Tarek?
He has the power and the intellect to plan something like this. But he is no longer himself. These days he is merely a vassal to the hybrid. I don't think he possesses the ability to think as freely as this. I don't think he would do this without orders from the hybrid.
So who do you think is behind this?
I don't know. Even if there is someone behind this, I think you will learn his name on the day you stride up the great ramp to the Ice Palace.
Where is Kallax now?
Your brother knows you are still alive. He is looking for you. He wants to finish what he started and prove his loyalty. After all, technically, he failed in his mission to execute you. He will want to remedy that. That is why he is traveling alone. He is currently in the mountains of Abessa on the border of Zakor, awaiting information on your whereabouts. Have no doubt, he will strike as soon as he knows where you are.
Not if I get to him first.
I would rather you both join together. The death of either of you weakens us all.
It is far too late for us to be reconciled.
There must be a way to free him from the hybrid. He's a slave like Tarek. If you could free him from the hybrid's will, then you could both be reconciled.
And if he comes for me in the meantime, I will fight him rather than die myself.
If that is your fate. But you think clearly and independently now, Jax. You can decide your own destiny. Listen to your inner voice, my son. Know your strength.
After all this time, you finally get to meet your own father, and they hide him in the darkest corner so you can have the most impossible to see conversation that you could possibly have. Is that the guy that drops 1 billion free ELEX? Because I think it is. Oh wait, that sword buff gives me bonus to sword attacks, doesn't it? Like to melee.
Let's finish them.
God damn. That's a skull difficulty enemy. Well, aren't you going to be interesting? 6 natural ELEX right there. No arrows, though. Gonna have to buy some of those, aren't I? Okay. Well, that's an interesting option to have. Take a quick on trip back once again to the camp in the center. I just want to see if I can buy arrows in the store. He's a great person to buy arrows from because I believe he has like infinitely replenishable inventory if it's something that he normally stocks. Which makes him an obvious person to buy arrows from. Arrows. He caps it at 70. They cost 20 each. I only have 134 ELEX. Crap. That's how many I could afford. I can fix that though. I picked up some monster parts. I normally wouldn't be selling again this soon. But some of these things make a difference right now. Probably enough. Oh, I have to go back to buy. Grab the arrows. Do they replenish? They do.
What good?
Alright. I now have 437 arrows. That's better. Calm down, it's a bow. I wasn't even planning on shooting anybody. All I did was slightly move it. Alright, so I got a mega bow. That's terrifying. I know where my brother is. It is time I faced Kallax. This could go poorly. I'm a little concerned. He was saying surely we can free him from... He was saying surely we can free him, so I don't know what's going to happen here. Is there a chance to free him, or is this just going to be like a fight to the death with no... Or is it just going to be a conversation? Also, isn't he wanted for... Shouldn't he be wanted for execution for failing to kill me? Like, why... Shouldn't he... He shouldn't even have a chance to save himself, should he? Good news is I actually do have lock-on. Kind of. It's the Call of Duty version of lock-on, where you, if you press the iron sights aiming, then you automatically snap to somebody. So if you don't press the joystick, it kind of sticks there. That's good to know. Jarring to look at, but good to know. Also cost me 2 ELEX per shot, so it's not exactly the cheapest thing. Not that I have a lot of things to spend money on at this point, besides just more status points, I guess, for incremental progress. Like, we have well surpassed the point where we could comfortably beat the game, I think, as far as actual stats and equipment go. What the hell? Hello, backpack. Kallax awaits at the top of the pile. I'm gonna save before I get up there, just because I'm concerned that this might be something you might have to do later. Like maybe if you maybe there's a way to defeat the hybrid first, and then he's not enslaved anymore, and maybe I'm walking into like a death match if I go there now. I'm not really sure. Or maybe we'll just have a conversation where it just reinforces that he's not going to change sides. and then maybe I have to then leave. But most of the time, whenever somebody gets in a fight with me, it always ends in their death. Like they don't ever get to be like JK, except for that couple of times in the arena. So if we do fight, presumably he would just die permanently.
I doubted what I was told. That you were failing the hybrid. Yet now even the fact that you still breathe stands against the directive. Why did you come here, Jax? What did you expect to find?
My brother.
You appeal to me with emotion? The bond of blood with you, with Father, once gave me honor. Now all I have is shame. Your execution should have saved me from that.
And yet, here I stand. You failed the directive, Kallax. Perhaps we aren't perfect after all. Wardek hid the truth. We were born free people. ELEX, the hybrid, our father. They decided what we would become.
Powerful, superior. They opened the door to our evolution. Our past is irrelevant.
So we've been told. But what other lies have we yet to uncover? You take the promises of the future and serve with that question. But even now as an Elexiter, what does the hybrid tell you, Kallax? What do you know of the truth?
From the ashes came the clerics, believers in Kallax. From Kallax came the Alps, believers in the future. From ELEX came the hybrid, seer of all things. Together we serve no god, we bow to no person. Together we shall evolve.
Evolve into what? The Alps existed before the hybrid. Now we serve him. Now we bow to him. He has taken the place of Kallax.
Do you think you can anger me? I don't need anger, brother. The directive tells me you must die. What is dead should stay dead.
What? What? How did you walk into this ambush? Oh my goodness. Excuse me?
Kallax set a trap for me. Wardek walked me into it. He has some explaining to do.
There's enough of that.
Ow. They have a flamethrower. Armoring up. This thing sucks. At this range, like it's never gonna hit somebody. Am I... What's going on with the aim? Do I... What is the... I don't know what the arrow arc is like. I can't tell if it's gonna hit them ever. Oh well. All I know is I hit that mech and the mech got freaking like 3-shot with arrows. Holy crap. Get shit on! God damn it, it's so hard to hit them. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm coming.
Yeah.
Hey, you. Listen,
Took the medicine?
Yeah, so I just wanted to tell you.
That you now feel better because it works, and you're eternally grateful?
Full of yourself, aren't you?
Yes.
Are you going to stop gloating and tell me what comes next?
Gather the free people, defeat the Alps, and free Magalan.
And you want me along? Ready for the fight?
Let's get on with it.
Ah! Did that really just happen? You dick. You almost got me killed. We were doing a fight. And then, like, conversation. Unrelated to this fight. What the fuck? Crazy ass game. What are you doing? Alright, so the bow is incredibly powerful, but it's also really hard to hit people with it sometimes. If you're just standing on even land and you're within like medium range, you can lock onto them and you just shoot them. But long range is really hard to, it's hard to tell where the arrow's going, so I can't really tell if I'm hitting them or not. Which is not great news. Ow. Ow. I thought I'd kill him before he got me. Oopsie. Gotcha. 200 XP. Hey, you stand still. Yeah. Ow. Got him. There's another one up there, though. Is it better to go down there? Let's use a crappy heal. I have, like, really bad healing potions, right? There we go. I'd want to keep using the more expensive ones if I could avoid it. There we go. I'm trying to tell a little bit if it's if the arrows auto arc or if they arc at all. Or oh my god, I think she just fell down without using her. I don't think she used her jetpack. I think she just jumped off the cliff with the power of not being a character that can take fall damage. She just plummeted in front of me. Terrifying. Alright, so it went how I thought it might go, which is that it's just a conversation you conveniently don't fight each other in. They seem to contradict the rules they've established, though, because supposedly, the Kallax is not traveling alone. His cards almost got me. Why did you lie to me, Wardek? I'm gonna go rest, though. It bothers me that if you fail a mission, you're instantaneously qualified for being murdered, like right off the bat. Because that's the story that sets up this entire game. It's like, I failed my mission, therefore I shall die. And yet, Kallax failed to kill me, but he's not up for murder. He's not up for execution for failing?
Fuck this place. Let's find some action.
Why is Kallax still getting away with his failure to kill me when it's just it seems like it's applicable and comparable to the failure that I had, and yet I'm considered a traitor and he's not when we both failed. It just seems kind of arbitrary and nonsensical. And also might have even been a more interesting story if Kallax was specifically exiled because he failed to kill me. What story that would have, but he's clearly not exiled because he's got a bunch of freaking lackeys everywhere that are all from the Alb group, the main one.